Atma Namaste. Welcome to Violet Sutras. Today's video is about diabetes, and you're going to see four different kinds of asanas, one pranayama, and two different kinds of mudras. Please go through the video, and if you have diabetes or if anyone you know has diabetes, please share this video and practice with us. Let us start with the yoga asanas. The first asana we will practice today is called the Mandukasana. So sit in Vajrasana. Make fists with both your hands. Thumbs will be inside the fist. Now place your fists on your belly next to your navel on either side. Now as you exhale, bend forward, keep your head straight, and hold your breath for a few seconds. Stay in this position as comfortable and very slowly inhale and come up. Open your palms and relax in Vajrasana. We will do this one more time. Again, close your palms, thumbs inside. Place your fist on your belly on either side of your navel. As you exhale, bend forward. Keep your head straight and hold your breath for a few seconds. Do it as comfortable as it is for you. Stay in this posture for some time, as much as your body allows. Very slowly inhale and come up. Open your palms and relax in Vajrasana. From here, we will move in to the next position. Stretch your legs on the mat and sit in Dandasana. Now bend your right leg at the knee and bring the foot close to the left thigh. Bend the left leg and place the foot on the floor across the right knee. Now place your left hand at the back, almost at the midpoint of your spine. Turn towards the left, turn the body towards the left. And with your right hand, try to cross it over the left knee and either touch the ankle or hold the leg as comfortable. This position is called Ardha Matsyendrasana. Stay in this position for some time and repeat on the other side. Now we will fold the left leg and we will cross the right knee and put the right foot across the left knee. With the right hand at the back, we will turn our body to the right side as comfortable. The left hand will cross over the right knee and you will try to hold your leg as comfortable. Stay in this position, keep breathing as long as you can. Now very slowly, you will turn to the front, release the posture and relax. Now we will move into our third posture, which is Bhujangasana. For this, lie on your stomach with your legs stretched out and toes pointed backwards. Place your palms under your shoulders with your elbows close to the body. Inhale and press your palms into the floor. Lift your chest. Keep your lower body on the ground and your pelvis grounded. Now keep breathing. Hold the posture as comfortable and slowly exhale and come back on the mat and relax. We will do this posture one more time. Again, take a deep inhalation, hands next to the shoulders. Breathe and come up. Hold the posture for as long as you can. Keep your body on the ground, keep your pelvis grounded, and stay comfortable. Slowly exhale, lower your chest back to the floor. Relax your body and take a few gentle breaths. Moving on to the fourth posture, which is called Gomukhasana. Bend your right leg and bring your foot under your left hip. Bend your left leg over your right leg and draw it towards your right hip. The knees will be stacked on top of each other. Now take your right hand behind your back, get the palm up towards the shoulder and the left hand stretched on top of your head. Bend it down to reach your left palm. and clasp both the hands or touch them as convenient. Stay in this posture as convenient. Keep breathing slowly. If you're comfortable, you can also close your eyes. After some time, relax the posture, release the position, release your legs, and we will do it on the other side. To show you the hands, we are now facing our back to the camera. This time, bend your left leg and bring your foot under your right hip. Bend your right leg over your left leg and draw it towards your left hip. Now the left palm will go behind your back. Bring your right palm up and bend it down to reach your left palm. Clasp as you can and stay comfortable. Keep breathing in the position, breathe slowly and stay in the position as long as you can. Gently you can loosen the hands and slowly you can uncross the legs and you can relax. We will now get into the practice of Kapalbhati Pranayama. Very gently, place your hand on your knees with your palms facing up. The other hand can be on your abdomen to check your breath. Take a deep breath in and exhale completely. Now perform short and quick exhalations with very passive inhalations. You should feel the exhalations in your abdomen. However, your inhalations will be passive. Do it for 10 counts and then you can relax. We will now start the practice of mudras. So the first mudra that we will practice is called Apana Mudra. For this, you can sit in Sukhasana as I'm sitting right now. Touch the tips of the middle fingers and the ring fingers of both hands to the thumbs of both the hands. The index and the little fingers are kept straight open and both the hands in this mudra are rested on the knees with palms directed upwards. Now I'm sitting in Padmasana. If you can, please practice this mudra in Padmasana because it is more effective. To sit in Padmasana, bend your right knee and place your right foot on your left thigh. Bend your left knee and place your left foot on your right thigh. Place your palms on the knees. Right now we are doing this mudra. And then you sit up straight. Close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Those suffering from diabetes must practice this mudra for 50 minutes every day, followed by the other mudra that I will soon show you. Take deep, gentle breaths. Completely relax in the posture and practice this every day. Now slowly relax, open your palms and breathe gently. Now we will practice the next mudra, which is called the Prana Mudra. For this, you can sit in Sukhasana or continue to sit in Padmasana as I am. Bend the ring and the little fingers to touch the tip of the thumb of both your hands. The index and the middle fingers are kept straight open. Both the hands in this mudra will now rest on the knees with the palms facing upwards. Take deep, gentle breaths and completely try to relax the body. For those with diabetes, you can practice this mudra after practicing the Apana Mudra, the last mudra that we just practiced, for 15 minutes. You can practice these asanas and these mudras along with the pranayama every day for better relief of diabetes over a period of time. Three juices that Ayurveda recommends if you have diabetes, typically type 2 diabetes is what we are talking about. We need to understand that according to Ayurveda, type 2 diabetes is typically a condition of kapha dosha imbalance. So, when there is kapha dosha imbalance, certain tastes like sweet, sour, and salty needs to be avoided as much as possible. So now coming back to the juices, what juices can you have on a daily basis to regulate your diabetes naturally? The first one is methi, fenugreek. So what do? You can soak this methi seeds overnight, and in the morning have that water slightly lukewarm, gunguna pani, then it will be very helpful. So you could do that. The second juice that Ayurveda recommends is amla. Now, what do? We mix amla, the Indian gooseberry, it's called, in water again, and you make a juice out of it and you drink it. What you can do though is you can put some haldi in this. Kachi haldi is very good. This can be had every day. So the second juice was amla with kachi haldi. Now, the third juice, which happens to be your most favorite juice, and you know what it is? The third juice that Ayurveda recommends is Karela juice. Now, what do again? We take one or two medium-sized Karela. We mix it in the grinder with water, and you sieve the pulp, and you just have that juice. Now, the only thing to remember with Karela juice is that Karela tends to lead the body into weight loss. So, if due to diabetes you're already having a lot of weight loss, then this juice may not be recommended for you. Otherwise, Karela juice is very, very healthy to be had.